guys, so I was gonna go over my June budget with you, just kind of how I'm gonna get this set up. So this is my first time doing this, so I did make a few changes to my sheet. I just wanted to do something that was a little bit more fluid, easy to see, and kind of all in one spot. So because I do have an intention of using my sinking funds and my cash envelopes for as much as I can that's outside of my fixed expenses like bills and that kind of thing. So one thing I know that's going to come up this month is I do have a medical procedure that I'm going for, and I know that I have not budgeted for that. And you know how it goes, like there's always like extra costs, you know, you've got extra childcare, you might have medications you have to pay for, or you know, so I haven't budgeted for that. So I think what I might see this month is some extra oh, there we go. Okay, sorry, my camera just decided to do something weird. I think I might see some extra like unexpected expenses this month. So how I'm planning to deal with that is I'm planning to just mark them down on my sinking funds and borrow, like pay them back as I get the money in my sinking funds as months come up. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to pay for them off my debit card this month. I know that this month is going to be a little bit rocky, but we're going to start, right? Like it's right now, it's just becoming a little bit more accountable for my spending and trying to put a little bit away. So I redid my sheet here. So the first thing I'm going to do is this is June and weeks 1 to 2. I hope we can see this. Okay. So my rollover income, I have $218 left in my account. My income for this month is $1,608, which is a little higher than usual, but it's within average for me. And then my second income is going to be $740. So we have a total here of, let me see, I'm just doing the math. 218 plus 1608, 740. 16, 6, 13, 14, 15. I have 2,566. I think I'm pretty close there. I'm going to just double check that. But so for expenses this month that I have already accounted for. So on May 27th, my insurance came out. So I'm going to mark that down. So that was $102. May 27th, I also paid for my childcare. And you know what? I should have put this over here. That was utilities, and I'm going to put my childcare over here because this is often a variable. You know how it goes. I'll never pay the same amount every month. So I'm going to put that there. And then on May 27th, I had my power bill. Okay. And then I also did make a debt payment. For $50 from my my credit card here. And I think so far that is all I have here. Yeah, so that's what I have for expenses so far. I put in my cash envelopes of $690. So my plan is I'm going to keep track of what I'm spending this month, not including my sinking funds because that is accounted for here. And then I will figure that out. I have a feeling for this paycheck I'm going to break even just because I did have to pull this large amount out. So next paycheck I'm going to pull out half of this. And I think I'm going to do bi-weekly stuffing instead of monthly just because this is too top heavy for me. So I'm going to work through that, see how that goes. But anyway, guys, let's get on to my cash stuffing. That's what we're all here to see. And wish me luck this next couple weeks. We'll update in a couple weeks. All right, guys, so let's do some cash stuffing here for this month. So this is my first cash stuffing. So this money is actually allocated for the entire month of May. I'm going to be dividing it up into weekly amounts so that I can pull it out as I need it. And yeah, so I have my 3 categories. I have my weekly, my sinking funds, and my long-term savings here. So I do have a little bit of extra cash here, so I want to explain this. So about a year and a half ago, I lent some money to my parents and they paid me back in cash. And I've just been sitting there and like never really knew what to do with it. Good to have cash on hand, but kind of just slowly dwindling, and I want to be accountable for this cash. So I have $690 here for my monthly amounts, and then I also have another $1,100 that I want to allocate to some of my long-term savings this month. So I'm going to be stuffing a total of $1,790 here. So I think this will be a great start to our envelopes, and I'm hoping it works. Again, these amounts, I've kind of just ballparked them, and we'll see, how I do. So anyway, so we're going to just go ahead and count the money that we have here. So I'm going to start with the savings that I have. It's kind of crazy to have this much money just sitting around and, like not knowing what to do with it. So, okay. Just gonna make sure everything's facing the right direction here. All right, so we have 1,100. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100. So there is my savings. I'm going to deal with that today finally. I'm excited to finally get that off my shoulders. So I went to the bank today, and the Royal Bank of Canada actually has, you're able to pick your denominations right from the ATM. However, the ATM that I went to today did not have $10 bills, and a lot of the allocations that I had were based on 10s. So I'm going to do what I can. So I got 5s. Yeah, so in Canada, especially here, a lot of people frown on using the $100 bills outside the bank because a lot of the times they're counterfeited. Not a lot of times. There's a higher incidence of $100 bills being counterfeited, so a lot of people don't, like some places actually don't accept them. So I didn't get any. I just started with 50s, 20s, and 5s. So we're just going to go ahead and count this. I'm just going to make sure everything's facing the right way here. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. All right, got my 50s. 20s are all good. And 5s. Some that are the wrong way here. That's what happens when you count your money before you start budgeting, I guess, right? Wrong place. Okay, good enough. All right, so we have our 1,100, and then we're going to count our monthly amounts here. So bear with me. This is my first time doing this, so go with it. So 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 280, that's $580. 10, 20, 30. So let's do 5s. Let's try that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 110. I'm going to count that again because I don't remember exactly how many 5s I had. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 110. That's right. All right, so like I said, I was going to get 10s and do some 10s in my envelopes, but you know, what do? They don't have them. So anyway, we're gonna start here with my weekly. So my plan is I've got my food and Marcus's allowance that I will be drawing from all month, and then I have my weekly envelopes. So we're gonna start with stuffing these. Just gonna move these guys out of the way. So the first one I have here is food. So food is going to get 300 for the month. So I'm going to do 50s. So we have 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. So this here hopefully will get me through the month. We'll see. I may have to increase that. Hoping I don't. I'm hoping that we can budget, you know, $300 for food. So have that. That takes care of my 50s. All right, so for Marcus is going to get a total of $50 this month. He will get $10 a week for allowance, plus there's an extra $10 in there that he can earn if he wants, or I can use it for his needs or just roll it into his savings. So we're going to go with $50, so 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Marcus is going to get $50. Okay. All right. And then week 1. So I have my envelopes here for weeks 1 to 4. I just going to pull one envelope out. I'll use the money. And then what's left is going to go back into the envelope at the end of the week. And at the end of the month, I will calculate my rollover. So I wanted to put some 10s and 5s in here, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So each envelope is just going to get 3 20s. So 20, 40, 60 for week 1. Week 2, 20, 40, 60. Week 3, it's going to get the same thing, 20, 40, $60. Hope I'm doing this right. I should have two 20s left. 1, 2, 3, and then I have 2 left. Okay, so each week we'll have the $60, and that will be my spending allowance for the week. So, all right, we're gonna take these envelopes and we're gonna put them into the binder. So I have my 4 weeks. And then I'm also going to put Marcus's money in here as well, because these are our weeklies. I'm just going to stick those under weekly. The next tab I have is food. So I'm going to put this here so it's easy to reach for. Okay. So that is my weekly spending. Okay. So now I'm going to move over to my sinking funds. Let's do those next. So this is where it gets kind of complicated because I was going to do 10s, but you know, it is what it is. So, all right, I have my little cheat sheet here. So special occasions, I wanted to put a little bit more in because it is my birthday this month. So I wanted to give myself a little bit of a cushion for that. So special occasions is going to get $20 this month, this paycheck. So there we go. That's done. My next one is pets. Pets is going to get 10. I want to start adding a little bit more to this one just because I do have some vet bills coming up, but got to start somewhere, right? So it's $10 I didn't have set aside for them before. So that makes me happy. All right, household. So this one here again is I'm hoping to do a little bit of work in the yard this summer. Got chemicals for the pool, that kind of thing. So household is going to get $10 this month, this paycheck, I should say. So we're going to put $10 into household, and we'll see how it goes, right? You know, just fun. So fun. Did I want to put? I'm gonna leave this one because I don't exactly remember. So health. I have a couple expenses coming up, so I'm going to give health 20 this month. We need haircuts and stuff, so I need to start saving for that. All right, and now fun is going to get $10. Start somewhere, right? That's all it is. This is just my start. I'm just starting. It seems like such a small amount of money, but it's a start. Okay, so there are our sinking funds, you guys. Those are all done. So we're going to add those to the sinking funds tab in my little binder here. It's getting nice and full. All right. So my phone, I explained I'm saving for a new phone because mine is kaput. So we'll just get started, right? So we're gonna put $10 into phone. So this is a long-term savings goal. Probably won't be for a couple months. Travel, we are going to give travel $10 for now. Again, not a lot, but you know, it is what it is. So I think I'll be surprised at how quickly these will add up. And rainy day, from this month's budget, I'm going to give it $10. So start somewhere. I think I'm gonna add a lot of my rollover to my rainy day fund. So, okay, so we have $1,100 here. So I've put a lot of thought into what I want to do with this money, and because this is, again, a bulk amount of savings that I have saved up that I need to designate somewhere. So after a lot of thought, I am going to put some of it into a sinking fund, and the rest is going to go into long-term savings. So what we're going to do is put $100 of this into my household. So this is going to just kind of start that little cushion that, you know, if I have a leak in a faucet or something, I have $100 in here that I don't have to go into my bank account to pull the money out. So that's kind of nice to know that I have $110 in here now for an emergency. So, you know, hopefully no big emergencies, but a small emergency I can handle now. So my rainy day fund, which is going to be for larger emergencies, I am going to put $200 into my rainy day fund. So again, this is going to be, you know, if something big happens, if I end up losing a week of work, this will help cover that. So this one here will be more for larger emergencies. And this one here kind of just for household needs, you know, yeah. So if I need something, or yeah, if there's a repair that needs to be done, I have that. So what I'm going to do then is I'm also going to put $100 into my travel, because we do have a trip coming up in September that I need to prepare for. So I'm going to put $100 into that envelope. So my bank savings, we are going to put the rest of this money into the bank so that I can use it towards paying off some debt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $700 is going to go into my bank, and that will be deposited and put towards my savings for to pay off some debt. So that's a nice little start. So that will go back to the bank this month, and yeah, there we go. Okay guys, so there we go. I think I'm gonna put household back under my sinking funds. And then I have travel, phone, and rainy day as long-term saving goals. So I've got those in there. And then I have my bank return in here. So I'm not going to count this in my monthly budget until I'm going to count that strictly as savings. So that's kind of just a little cushion there. You know, when I have enough, I'm going to return that to the bank, put it in my savings, or roll it over onto a debt. So, and then Marcus will have some savings hopefully next week. So, yeah, we'll go from there. Anyway, guys, there is this week's cash budget. I am ready to go. So I will pull out week 1's envelope, add that to my wallet. I will be living on that. And then also when we need groceries on the weekend, I will pull out from that $300. I'm going to be tracking my expenses, and when I check in with you at the end of the week, we will do kind of a budget update, and I'll let you know. We'll fill in my trackers. So, okay, guys, have a great one. Thanks for joining me, and look forward to doing this with you again. Bye.